What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing a rapid fire July wrap up. I've stated about this around the place, but post-COVID headaches have fucked me up and I'm in a lot of pain right now with another headache that's come back, which is delightful, and I need to go do a lot of things. So I've decided to make this a rapid fire wrap up. I'm going to give you my statistics and then the book, the rating, and a sentence or two about how I felt towards them. If you do want more in-depth thoughts, I probably don't have them, but feel free to let me know in the comments and I can chat with you down there and take my time to actually think out a somewhat potentially coherent response. Can't make any promises on that front though. Let's dive into the stats. I read 12 books in July, which totaled 3,286 pages, which is 106 pages per day or 273 pages per book. My average rating was a 4.29. For genres, I read 2 contemporary, 2 fantasy, 3 paranormal, and 5 sci-fi. For format, I read 3 complete audiobooks, 2 ebooks, 1 physical book, and 6 physical audio book combinations. For age group, I read 1 adult, 6 YA, and 5 middle grade. For ratings, I had 4 5 stars, 1 4.5, 5 4 stars, and 2 3.5 stars. I read 1 standalone. I started 3 series, continued with 6, and finished 2. My big book was In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken, which came in at 535 pages, and my smallest was Saga Issue 60, which was 32 pages. For my listening hours, it was 26.47 hours, and for publication, I read 4 that were published in 1999, 3 published between 2006 and 2010, 1 published between 2011 and 2015, and 1 published between 2016 and 2020, 2 published in 2021, and 1 published in 2022. The first book that I read in July was The Tea Dragon Tapestry by Kaye and I gave this 5 stars. This was adorable, wholesome, love this with my entire heart and being, and need to buy the physical books, and holy shit, this was just adorable wholesomeness. Go pick it up. It was all one sentence, I said it in one breath. Then I read Jonas by Eda Maguire, which I gave 4 stars. This is definitely not good, but the nostalgia vibes were real, so I was actually pleasantly surprised at how well I got along with this and very excited to continue on. Next, I read The Healing in the Vine by Tamora. This is the last book in the Circle of Magic Quartet, and I cried my eyes out getting through this. I gave it 5 stars and wholly love these characters and Tamora Pierce's world. Then I read City of Glass by Cassandra Clare and gave this a 3.5. This was for the BookStara Readalong, and I just find that I'm very over these characters and want to punch them in the face with a frying pan. Next up, I read Hazel and the Deep Blue Sea by Ashley Herring Blake, 5 fucking stars. Can do no wrong. I found that this was very whimsical, magical, whilst having serious topics, and there was no magical element. It just felt very whimsical and it was just beautiful. So highly, highly recommend any of Ashley Herring Blake's work, but really enjoyed looking at the different family dynamics in this one. Next up, I read Beautiful Broken Things by Barnard, and I gave this 4 stars. I was actually really pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed this and the intensity that was this friendship and dealing with friends who have mental illness, and I just thought it was really, really well done. Then I read The Separation by Kaye Applegate, and I gave this 3.5. This is where one of our protagonists gets split into their polar personalities because they turned into a starfish and got separated. Weird concept. Found the execution to be okay, but it wasn't anything memorable. Then I read The Illusion, which I gave 4 stars. This was again following Tobias, and my heart just goes to this little guy. The way that he is treated is not G, but my soul keeps going on, and every book of his I really just feel so hard for. Then I read In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken, and I gave this a 4.5. I found this a really engaging conclusion to the series. I don't think that it's going to be for everyone, but I had a lot of fun just going along and seeing our character grow and sort of finding out about themselves and their acceptance. So it was a really interesting conclusion, and I'm very keen to see how the short story collection goes. Then I read The Prophecy by Kaye Applegate, which I gave 4 stars. This is following Cassie as she deals with a moral, ethical complex. I find that her stories are more ethics focused, while Tobias's follow in like child abandonment and things like that, whereas hers is contemplating the good and evil of the world, and it was pretty good. Then I read Saga Issue 60, which is the season finale for this lot. I gave this 5 stars. I adore this series. There's a lot of fucked up shit that goes on, and we're really starting to explore the impact of Hazel's childhood and how that's been, and the consequences of that. And then finally I read Clockwork Angel, again by Cassie Clare. I gave this 4 stars because I actually really enjoyed these characters and I enjoyed the setting a lot more than our modern day. This is Victorian era London. I just found it really interesting and very refreshing after dealing with Jace for 3 books. This was a good little shake up, so I gave it 4 stars. So I apologize for the rapid speed in which I went through those. I was contemplating not doing a wrap up, but my brain was like, but you've done a wrap up every other month that you've been on this channel, so you're gonna do it. And I was like, okay, we're gonna do this, but we're gonna try and make it more friendly to myself. This is the consequence of that. This is just a part of the stack of the stuff that I read in the month of July, and I really enjoyed and had quite a few surprises, which I was very thankful for. Let me know in the comments what was the best book that you read in July, and if you could sum it up in 1 sentence, what would you say? If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you on my next video. Bye!